All right, let's get into business here. We're going to have fun today, I can promise you that. It's going to be like no show we've ever done before. It's going to be intense. This is going to be very audience-driven. Let me explain to you the format. First of all, I've told the faculty they've prepared their presentations, but it may never follow the format that they think because this is always changing as the audience drives it.
I agree completely.
Is there anyone in the peanut gallery that disagrees? Our peanut gallery agrees. So we have 100% agreement in this patient that we would go straight to the operating room. Look at the booths, talk to the booth staff. We have companies that have been very gracious in their sponsorship, and please visit their booths and look at their products. We want the audience to participate by two ways. One, you could chat, but two, call in. We have the phone lines open. If you chat, we may not get to your question, but if you call in, we'll get to you. Call in. Yell at the faculty, tell Whit he's wrong. I do it all the time, even though he's usually right and I'm wrong.
It may not change things because it's not simple to do actually always from the left side.
So rapid
Any
fire.
global thoughts?
So you want to say rapid fire
Sure.
if you have a right-sided arch.
Will you go in the left side or
Jose,
right side?
right-sided arch. Left. You go on the left or the right?
I'd stay on the right.
Depends on the proximal pouch. If you can get it down, it's usually under the arch. You can get it down enough, you'd stay there.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah, my experience is the same as yours. I've had one where it was called on the left, found it on the right, and did the repair anyway from the right.
Danielle.
Stay right.
Stay right. Peter.
I'd probably go left, my end of one.
Okay, and it
It worked out.
worked out. Okay.
Or early abscess. If a kiddo comes in with this scenario and it's 5 days, perforated with the fluid collection,
Okay.
it's walled off earlier than 5 days, I'm pretty confident I can get that done effectively.
Interesting. So the
I
number of
agree
days.
100%.
100% agreement from Dan Von Allman and Mark McCollum saying that it depends on the number of days.
I think it depends on whether there's a very well-defined thick-walled abscess, and
Okay.
we've actually specifically gotten away from trying to identify the number of days. And if you get a CT scan, our default now is for, even if we think a patient has perforated appendicitis, is to take them directly to the operating room, unless we think they have a very well-defined abscess after.
Yeah, when you divide the fistula, do you divide all? Because I don't divide, fistula completely when I studied anastomosis. I divide 3/4 to keep the
That's interesting.
distal fistula.
Yeah, I never tried that.
That is easier.
It's a
That is
great-
easier for anastomosis.
So why don't you make a video and send it in? We want to see that.
That is kind of secret. So. Another question for long.
Well, I think sometimes it'll actually just resolve. It doesn't necessarily drain.
Okay.
I would start with just antibiotics.
Okay. What would change you? So you started out on that antibiotic course. What would you have to see to make you switch over?
I think if the antibiotics don't work,
Okay, so no improvement in 24,
In
48 hours?
no, I'd probably give it 5 to 7 days.
Okay, and how are you going to give
IRB was debating on whether or not we're practicing standard of care. Does anyone, after they drain, in a non-sick kid, just drain with no postoperative antibiotics? Does anyone do that? Is there anyone here? Would you ever do no postoperative antibiotics after you drain them?
Yes.
If there's no cellulitis, yes.
No, outside of the abscess, you mean?
Right, outside of that.
Okay.
I have not, but I would like to. It's emesis. So what would you do for this? And I'll ask Dr. Kane what he would do. Would you evaluate further for reflux with a pH probe, a nuclear medicine reflux study and GES study? Would you do
Obvious anatomic abnormality that you can deal with, but otherwise you're just guessing. You put a scope in there and, what operation do I do next? So I
look at it both ways again, because one is that if you're operating unnecessarily on a patent prosthesis on the other side that's never going to incarcerate anything, maybe you've exposed that testis to injury, whereas you otherwise wouldn't. And I'm playing devil's advocate because I don't know the answer, but it's an interesting and tough question.
Again, thank you so much to everyone. Have a good day, good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. Take care.